Welcome to a brand new video, guys. Today we're going to go over the 5 types of people you're going to attract when you become a biker. Let's go. So first on our list is going to be the people that are full of excuses. These people will come up to you and say stuff like, oh, I wish I could get a motorbike, but this person would hate it if I did it, or this person would hate it if I did it. You usually hear people go, oh, I wish I got a bike, but my mum won't let me, my girlfriend won't let me, things like that. These people just need a bit of gentle persuasion to actually be talked into getting a bike. So when I do meet these kinds of people, I usually give them a bit of the bike experience, and I get them to have a look at the bike, obviously have a chat with them about it, and then I'll say, do you want to sit on it and start it up? And if they want to, I let them, and show them what to do, show them what buttons to push. And usually what you'll see is a big grin on their face, and you've pretty much made their day. So you sit them on it, tell them to turn the key, tell them what button to push to start it up, get them to rev it a little bit. Don't get them to actually ride it because they've got no experience, but usually that could be enough to get someone to actually think about getting a motorcycle. And then you can tell them the perks on how cheap it is, how fuel efficient it is, and how much fun it is. If they seem to enjoy what they've just done and you've got a spare helmet, you could obviously say, look, get on the back and take you for a spin, see what you think. Give them a little taste on what to expect from the motorcycle life. Number 2 on our lovely little list is going to be the inquisitive senior citizen. I get this one quite a bit when I'm out in like little villages where an elderly gentleman will come up to me and obviously see the bike and then go, oh, is this yours? Yeah. You have a lovely little chat with them, and they'll tell you about the times they used to ride classics back in the day. They may still ride now, they may not. I've had these conversations with people who obviously still ride and people that don't ride, and if they're admiring your bike, just take that as a huge compliment that someone's of that age and stature is interested in what you've got. You can have lovely conversations with people you meet. I used to chat to a bloke who lived in Lymington. When I used to park my bike in Lymington when I worked there, he used to walk past, see the bike, come in the shop, have a chat with me about it, and it's lovely because you get to hear these people's stories, and more often than not, people just take old people for granted and just be like, oh, they've always been old. But I tell you now, if you see an elderly person eyeing up your bike, strike up a conversation with them, because you're gonna get some stories from them, and it's lovely. It's one of my favourite things about the bike community, is having a chat with people that used to be bikers back in the day, and just hearing their stories, and having a chat with people that you'd never even have a chat with this person if you didn't have this lovely machine. Let's get on to number 3. Next on our list, I shall call the moaning myrtles. These people usually come up to you out of nowhere. You don't even know they're coming, and they'll start sprouting off things like, oh, it's so dangerous and irresponsible that you have a motorbike. You could hurt yourself on that thing, or even worse, you know what. These people you can try and argue with, but you won't win. they'll just keep going on why they think it's stupid and why they think it's irresponsible, reckless and all that lot. Even if you're a good, safe rider, unlike myself, they'll still say it's dangerous. And yes, they are right, it is dangerous. But so is walking down the street. So is leaving your house. So is eating food. Sorry, I'm going to stop eating because you could choke and die. So it's stupid. But these type of people you're not going to win an argument with because they're so set in their belief that they're right and that it's dangerous and all this lot, that you're better off just, when they come up to you, to stop them sprouting shit, just give them a nice, big, loud, and if you do it for long enough, they should walk away. On to the next one. Next on our list is going to be one of my favourites, and I know what this is going to sound like. Just go with me on this. The wide-eyed kid. So if you're riding about and a kid sees you, they're looking at you like you're some sort of alien or rock star, and you get a wave from them sometimes, you'll get a request from them sometimes, which I'll get to in a minute, but these kids just look at you like in awe, and it's probably something to do with the fact that how cool we think we look on bikes, or how loud they are. It's something to do with the whole package really. And when you go past kids, for some reason they like it. Not all of them, but there's a fair few of them that are just like, oh, what the hell is that? And then you show them some cool things. So we've had it before where obviously the mum and dad, their kid was about, I don't know, it wasn't walking, so it was young, and they asked us if they could put their baby on the bike and have a picture taken with it, which was quite cute. That was on my mate Jordan's bike. But where I live, when I'm leaving work, I go into the area where I live. There's a little precinct with a shop, and when I head that way, most of the time I go in towards the shop, and there's always a dad picking his kids up from school, and we cross paths around about the precinct area, and his youngest kid, which is about that old, so what's that, 3, round about that. Every time I go past him, he always signals me to give him a rev bomb. Most of the time I oblige, but if there's dogs about, I don't, and I'm just like, I can't, there's dogs about. But I pulled in to get a lovely bit of wake-up juice at the shop, and him and his dad were coming out the shop as I was pulling up, and he was like, oh, waving at me, asking me to rev it. So I lifted my visor up and said to the dad, I said, do you reckon he'll like to give it a rev? And he was like, oh yeah, definitely. So I don't know if they're from like a biking background or whatnot, but I made sure the bike was well out of the way where no cars could interfere, because you don't want to you don't want that to happen. But yeah, so I got the kid over, showed him what to do, and he was going mental, and then his older brother come over and had a go as well. But kids being interested in motorbikes, that's another one of the cool things, because you go past and they're just like, oh, what the hell is that? There's an extraterrestrial being over there. And it's not just little kids either. You've got sort of teenagers. They always love the noise. They see you, they ask for a wheelie or a rev, and if you can wheelie and it's safe to do it, why not give them a wheelie? Because you get the noise of the bike and the cool factor of doing a wheelie. Just just don't be that idiot that ends up falling off their bike doing a wheelie, showing off in front of teenagers. Mr. Braps. What a joker. So last on our list is going to be the stone-faced liar. So these people will just brag about bikes they don't have. They may not even ride. That's the thing. They may just be lying in general, but if I cast my mind back to when I worked in an optician's, which isn't too long ago, a couple of years ago, there was a bloke that come in for a site test, and get out of fifth gear. Oh, it's windy. Yeah, bloke come in for a site test, and I think this is when I had a 125. I had a Keyway Superlight 125. It was a cruiser type thing, and I ended up chatting to him about bikes. I think he said something like, "Oh, I've seen you turn up here on your bike or whatnot." Don't remember exactly how we got onto it, but we got onto it. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I used to ride around. I don't anymore because yeah, I just don't." And they never get into why they don't. It's just lying through and through. But they're like, "Oh yeah, I used to ride back in the day. I used to do this, I used to do that. I was an absolute crazy rider. I was the best rider I knew." And I'm just looking at him like, "Yeah, all right, mate, whatever." And he's just sprouting off about his so-called stories that him and his mates used to get up to, and how he could have been professional and went into MotoGP but didn't because he had a family. All this silly stuff. And the kicker to this, oh, I love it. He was sprouting off like he was, and I turned around and said, what? He's like, "Oh, what was your most recent bike then? What bike did you have before you gave it up?" And he goes, "Oh, I had a Yamaha Suzuki." What an idiot! He just said 2 different manufacturers of motorbikes. I don't know if those were the exact 2 that he said, but it could have been those, or it could have been Honda Suzuki or something like Yamaha Suzuki. Oh, when stuff like that happens, you just die inside with laughter. But obviously you're in a customer facing role, so you have to I can't lie to you, I laughed at him. I was like, "All right, mate, yeah, fair play." What a silly sausage. Anyway, guys, that has been my wonderful little list of the 5 types of people that you're going to attract as a biker. If you liked it, leave a like. It helps the algorithm out, gets my videos out there to more people. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. I post weekly videos, one every Thursday, 6 PM. So you've always got some content coming from me on this bike. This lovely XSR-900. And why not drop your comments down below telling me if you've had any of these encounters and silly stories from people. Just put them in the comments down below, or if you've got more things to add to the list that you think I should know about, then drop them down there. But thank you ever so much for watching. I love all of you, and I'll see you next week. Adios, amigos.